Okay, it's Byzantic again. Hello. And we're going back to Great Qing, a bit faster than last time. If I recall correctly, we are in a much better situation than we were before. There already is laissez-faire, we're getting free trade, personal taxation, commercial agriculture, all of that is really good stuff. Barely any institutions, that's a bit of an issue. State religion, monarchy and autocracy are still in. I'm not sure, I probably would want to do something about those laws, but I'm not sure if I'm not going to get a journal about monarchy, maybe. I'm definitely going to lose unity points if I lose monarchy, abolishing the monarchy, as you can see here. And I haven't spoiled myself on how other journals work for China, so I'm not sure if I want to change it. Maybe if I change the voting laws, journal will appear to change the monarchy, but I don't necessarily want to start voting because I don't have trade unions in power just yet. And if they're not in power, then they're not gonna get any votes, and then they're pretty much guaranteed to not go into power until the end of the game, pretty much. So probably want to wait until I can get trade unions in, and actually I can just start bolstering them. Since I have authority sitting, and I'm pretty sure there's not any consumption taxes I would necessarily want to put in. I guess I can tax fine art, since it's sitting anyway. Okay, so that's good. Of course, state religion, but nobody cares. There's just not even a movement to change it, and even if I wanted to get any agitators, I cannot, because there's no one who has the religion I accept, so that's a bit of a problem. Hopefully, eventually someone will show up. Rural folk are super pissed, but they are just so focused on consumption-based taxation, they don't care about anything else. So that's absolutely great. I don't think I've ever had it work out so great in the past. Let's actually just start going. I think the navy is already started. Yeah, there's already 50 ironclads, and now we're just waiting for the tech to get the monitors. Restore homesteading movement. That's a bit random. Doesn't matter much, most likely. It does have fairly high radicalism, but not much support. And probably I can kick one of those guys. Yeah, it's intelligentsia, they are not even that strong. Yeah, I could just kick that guy out. Not really useful for me currently. Okay, 2 more weeks. I think this session we will start expanding into Dutch East Indies, taking most of it for ourselves probably, just for the resources. There's some amount of oil and rubber in the area, so this will be a good target. And maybe we'll free Raj this session. We'll see how it goes. And potentially. Okay, so now we have. Oh, we actually have both monitors and torpedo boats, but I think you can upgrade monitors. I'm not exactly sure. And purely because you can upgrade them, I want to get them, even if they are not necessarily better. Wow, they're strictly worse, in stats at least. By quite a significant amount. But I think monitors can upgrade into destroyers, so that means less clicking, and it's honestly, we should have such an advantage in numbers that it shouldn't even matter that much for most situations. Okay, so it's going to be let's just get maybe 20 in most places, just to spread employment a little bit. So now that's what, 110. Actually, I should get some more ironclad as well, I think. A few more of those. So now it's 130, 140. It's a nice even number. Well, 130 technically speaking is even as well, but you know what I mean. Okay, I think there's actually quite a few buildings in the queue. Probably should move the ships to the top, because the ships, it's not just about the building. Also you need to actually get them employed, which takes a long time. So I would probably prefer to do it rather quickly. Unfortunately, probably should have thought about it before I started all of those constructions. So there's going to be quite a bit of quicking. I think I'm almost done. Yep. And those constructions are going to be done in like half a year or so. So you build barracks and navy bases pretty quickly. And we're almost getting free trade despite having pretty low success rate. There's no stall chance, so we would have gotten it eventually, pretty much either way, but still, pretty good result. North Germany is trying to gather their states yet again. Maybe they will try for the third time. We'll see. What am I researching now? Steel frame buildings. That's pretty good. And then getting more taxation capacity, which is fine. Actually, wow, I'm actually making money. So it might be time to get some more construction. We gained some construction points last session because I got the tech that increased efficiency. So technically speaking, we gained construction, but they didn't build anything. Oh, the Brits are going after Nile. I'm not sure. Can I join this one? I think I can. And I kind of want to, because they would be taking kind of random places as usual for AIs. We'll see what the Egyptians are going to be willing to give us. I've seen that the AIs are really wary not to give up their independence under any situation, so we'll see what happens. For support. Yeah, no states and not subject. Why not? Let's see. Yeah, maybe if they liked me more, but even then it's minus 71. More than the positives I have. Could ask for a war goal. I'm not sure if I really want that. I think there's a target that would be something easy from Great Britain in the neighborhood. What are the British troops, by the way? They actually increased their numbers a fair amount. So maybe I should wait this one out in the end and increase my army before I start go at them. They might have a better quality of troops as well. Don't necessarily want to increase my standing with industrialists because they already love me as much as possible. I have established diplomatic ties with the Papal States, finally. Brazil is having an issue. Nade is being occupied by who? Oh, by the revolt. And Egypt just backed down, which means they lost only one state. Probably a good result for me in this situation, because it would be hard to intervene and prefer Great Britain doesn't gain more land in Africa. Still, opium being one of the most expensive goods in the Chink market, despite me producing a lot of opium. An absolutely massive amount. Synth wishes for a trade agreement. Actually, yeah, maybe I should try getting some people into my customs union. No, those guys are not really feeling it. Wait, Vietnam is... yeah, Vietnam is Vietnamese. For some reason there's two different buttons for this stuff. Oh, so Vietnam would join, for example, so why not? Let's have them join. And those guys are too irrelevant to give them obligations for it. But still, that's Vietnam joining our market. That's something. So this... I mean, actually, I wouldn't mind weakening them for a little bit. Delaying free trade for a bit of time, but also it's not like I need it too much. Probably it's going to be time to do a bit of army reorganization. Maybe start using at least some cannons, which so far I've been avoiding. Can I remove cavalry already? It's 25, 35. Technically speaking, maybe cavalry is maybe slightly useful. Oh, I should be changing the... start using dynamite, of course. Maybe for the mines. Fertilizers, the price of grain is actually kinda going up, so probably should focus on that. There's some international events going on as well that I will need to pay attention to. Electric fences. Wait, there are places with electricity in China? Okay, that's a first. Dynamite is probably going to cause my explosives to absolutely explode in demand, but that's going to be solved relatively quickly. I think I already have at least some explosives in the queue. Also help with this. More ammunition is fine as well. Electric street lights, that's gonna be a while, I think. Though actually, maybe not. Just for the street lights. Maybe it wouldn't be too bad of an idea. There would be a lot of infrastructure, some good jobs. The scale of the entire country, maybe that would be worth it. That's a lot of trade centers. Okay, but let's check those events. So France is going after Oyo. So over here, and what do they want? Yoruba states. Is this right? Yep, okay. I'm not sure if I have interest there. No, I don't, so never mind. It's not like I can intervene anyway. You can see my navy is increasing, so my strategic region remit is increasing massively as well. Also, my money is starting to skyrocket. The previous session it's been barely budging. Maybe it's because of laissez-faire, and private construction is only now picking up. Now it's at 73%, so it's about where it should be, but maybe it wasn't before. There's also a possibility. Which is going to fit nicely with me expanding my military. Okay, there is one power plant in Gansu, out of all places. There's like 25 people employed there, so maybe not that relevant. Oh, I've had a pretty bad naval theory, so that's probably going to speed up my construction of ships, which technically speaking just works as employment of people, like training people for land army. Oh wow, I'm missing way more explosives than I thought I would be. Is it more explosive that there is in the world? Well, maybe actually. Okay, that's going to be a bit of an issue. So trading I don't think is going to be a solution to this problem. We'll have to check my... Well, I actually don't have convoys, so that's not too much of an issue. So maybe getting a few more explosives is going to be a bit of a priority. We shall see. So I'm building... how many of them? 20 or so. Some guy died. Oh, a guy from industrialists. So now the industrialists are authoritarian, which is not great. The American capitalist revolt. I'm not sure it's... Oh, they're changing to universal suffrage, and that apparently is not up to everyone's liking. In theory, it looks like the revolt should win, but in my experience, usually someone helps the great powers. It's only Indian territory. Okay, so maybe not this time. Does the government even stand a chance? Not really. I don't think so, at least. What's this? Organized crime. Just eat the authority. It's not even that much. France is embargoing Great Britain. That's fine. An ultimatum, which is, I think, another event just like the previous one. Fine. A freeing cloud for other interest groups might help with trade unions as well, indirectly. Oh, California and Alaska. Alaska is actually American. That's I didn't notice when that changed, but apparently at some point. So let's see, how many explosives factories do I have at the moment? Yeah, I'm more than doubling, but that's probably not going to be enough. That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if... Well, now they are productive. Yeah, even doubling will not be enough. Though there will be some throughput from economy of scale, so we'll see how it goes. Wouldn't be surprised if I ended up needing even more. Private construction is helping with this as well. A little bit, I suppose. Oh yeah, I have to remember my government construction is a bit down from what it was. Not too much, but yeah, in 11 weeks we'll see if the change is enough. This probably doesn't really change. Did the trade... Oh yeah, the trade routes increased because of the... there's this thing called trade route volume, which is probably... which caused the increase of volume instantly. Which is kind of weird, but it also caused instantly the decrease of convoys. Which is a bit of a problem. Can I even build any more ports? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm actually fully built up on ports. We'll see if it cleans it up by itself. It might be able to. We'll see. Also, I'm losing money again. Yeah, maybe there's time to get some other laws. I was thinking about changing my migration laws, because apparently the fact that the rural folk are pissed off is irrelevant. The question is, do I go for no migration or just migration controls? I think there's no real reason to piss off petite bourgeoisie. And honestly, I don't think there's that much practical difference for me in most cases, since considering the vast majority of my pops are accepted anyways. Yeah, as you can see. So it's not like it makes that much of a difference if it's even just slightly easier, then why not? So let's just try it. And let's use the fact that the rural folk are still stuck supporting some random movements instead of actually opposing the laws I'm trying to push through, which is making things very easy for me. Yeah, I think I need to slow down on the dynamite, unfortunately. But for the less important stuff, still not enough. And finally, if it's plus 75% price, because it's going to solve itself with time. The money is just going to different capitals in the end. But I would prefer to avoid having an actual shortage. Okay, it should be fine now. And explosives, the private market will do work on this front anyways by itself. Yeah, I guess I do have a good amount of reserve bureaucracy. Trade agreement with Persia. People love having trade agreements with me. If this could only lead to me having more people in my castles union, that would be pretty ideal as well. I could get Japan, which I think would be fine. Anyone else who's relevant? Not really. Oh, there's Tunis being involved in diplomatic play, and they're actually getting support from both Ottomans and the Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary wants a bit of India? Yeah. Yeah, it's first France, now Austria-Hungary, and they want... Oh, this is actually more of a... Yeah, they added war goals against Ottoman Empire as well. It was started just to ban slavery. Austria-Hungary does have a good amount of troops. Ottoman Empire, a good amount of bodies, probably not worth much, but at least it's something. Yeah, I think with those allies I would feel much more confident to actually join. Oh, interesting, both France and Russia are supporting Sikh Empire out of nowhere. Yeah, I guess they are in the customs union and they have a defensive pact. And it looks like, yeah, the capitals are going to be winning in the United States, though the government does control California. Right, I'm looking at this correctly, I think. Okay, let's try and support. Can I get something? Ask for diplomatic pact. Trade agreement. Could get an obligation. Okay, let's see if they continue being willing to fight. Some mobilizations. Probably should stop construction, unfortunately, because I'm coming close to running out of my gold reserves, and as China, apparently I cannot take any debt because I'm getting instantly punished. Oyo got conquered, unfortunately. They are still willing to go for it. Let's throw 2 of my armies to Europe and see how they could do. And those 2 armies should just protect myself. They shouldn't try to invade me because there's not like there's any war goals on me. But they might try, so... I could force it through Banban phase, but that's not really a good idea. I can just make rural folk hate me more because they already hate me so much. Like this is going to be ticking down. Actually, because it's all at the same time, it probably won't even take that much to tick down. So it's probably fine. And 15%, that's a good amount to get from an event. Okay, now the British are getting worried as well, which I think is fair, because I'm a bit surprised they were so happy to go into this diplomatic play. And they are going to war for this. Okay, Tunis back down. Which is pretty good, because that means they just removed slave trade and nothing else. So that's fine by me. And I can go back to actually constructing stuff as well. There is a bit less private construction, but it shouldn't have that much effect. Yeah, I'm making money again. That's good. How are the explosives looking? Yeah, it was like 14k I was using with all of my mines, so definitely still need more. And the ships are actually done, so probably this should be the next thing to focus. Also, fertilizer is probably going to be... I'm surprised fertilizer isn't an issue. Oh, because I was building a lot of livestock farms? No, they are barely producing any. I'm surprised actually that I already had so much fertilizer production. There's a new guy leading the petite bourgeoisie who is a reformer, which... I mean, maybe I could get some people to support, maybe a change in women's laws. Or maybe... I cannot get primary schools because I don't have any education institution. Because of the religion, god damn it. Yeah, more explosives. I suppose. Let's check peasants. Why not in Jansi? I suppose that's how you pronounce it, maybe? Probably not, but I guess I could try, hopefully. And just to make sure I have a few buildings here as well for infrastructure. Yeah, that should leave them a healthy margin as well, and cannon might as well start. Actually, yeah. There's a good amount of construction in the queue still. I assume I had my reason to be adding all of this stuff, probably just random buildings I needed to increase my GDP, but yeah, actually approaching $500 million. Pretty good result. How are my ships doing? We are over 50, but that's still... Maybe you could consider going after Spain for Philippines? Do they have any allies? Brazil and Ottoman, not very strong. And they themselves have a few more ships. Yeah, they are still a bit stronger in the seas still. Okay, but let me start working a bit on my military. Getting some nice even numbers for all of my armies. That's good. I would love mass conscription. Mass conscription is really good. Not because of, well, conscription rate is always good, but the plus 100% training rate, it's really good in my experience. 5% morale loss, well, sure, and less experience gained compared to personal army, but the training rate in the long wars, that's always the most important. Something happened with the Confucians. Oh, I think they went below 20%. Wait, that's 33, should be 23. Okay, so the interesting thing now, I can build a bit more stuff in those kind of bad regions, like here, that have really bad standards of living, because people will move here eventually. So getting them some jobs would be probably useful. it's delaying my other construction. Well, it is going to be delayed by my other construction, but still, I think that's worth to do it. I don't think there's going to be any rubber inside our current borders, but that might be changing in relative close proximity. And here 32. Okay, and let's say 30 artillery units for now. It's not a massive expansion of my army, but I think it should be good enough. 28 here. There's always conscripts, of course. Which for China and our number of conscripts will pretty much a get out of the jail free card. Our market is nicely improving. Spanish market, that's rare. Also, is Germany trying their thing again? Yep. They do have... Okay, so it's Russia versus the German miners and France. Which does mean I think that the Germans do have... That's their best chance they've had yet. I think. We'll see how it goes though. And I wonder, will Bavaria join? They are in their market. So they actually moved from the Austro-Hungarian market to the German one. There's still some southern Germans left in with Austro-Hungary. Do they have a... They have the slightest of the land connections. So when everyone is busy, let's try and free Philippines. Let's start being what we were supposed to be from the start, which is anti-colonial. Oh wow, I have a lot of those interests now. Maybe put one in America as well, just because it might be useful. Okay, let's try and free Philippines. They might actually just accept. Oh, damn. Yeah, I guess when you're not trying to conquer stuff, people might be way more willing to actually accept your demands. Yeah, so it's going to be Spain and maybe Ottomans, so I'm not going to worry much about that. And they might even just accept. No. Well, not surprising. Do I actually want anything from them in this? I mean, they have Cuba, but as I said, the main goal of the colonization is going to be Asia and Africa, so I will keep Cuba on its own, though I could... Well, I cannot free it. For some reason, that's fine, just Philippines. And we'll see what they decide to do. They might back down. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe someone will support them, but those are not really relevant countries. But with Ottomans, they might have enough bodies that they might feel confident enough to try something. And they are joining, unfortunately. Yeah, which is... and Brazil as well. Which means they are feeling more confident, so... Annoyingly, that's going to make them probably start this fight. Let's get some admirals. At this point, I'm not sure I worry that much about having them from landowners, because those guys are on their way out. Let's see who's the best guy. Probably, unfortunately, the Confucian guy. And one other from armed forces. Make sure not to promote the guy I don't want to promote. Actually need to be fairly high level. And I got like 2 events from my navy. Sure. Sure. And I could wait, can I join this one? I actually can. They wouldn't join me. And France is a bit busy now. I'm not sure for how long they will be. Yeah, but my armies are going to be busy with, well, Brazil, Ottomans and Spain might be a bit annoying, so unfortunately I think I have to wait this one out, especially since it's just such a tiny nation. It won't change much when it comes to fighting the colonial empires. Do I mobilize at least some of my troops just to get some more bodies to throw at the enemies? I mean, I already have a numbers advantage, so it should be fine, I think. Especially since it's also far that I don't think AI is going to be using most of their troops to actually fight me. What I would want to is to get enough ships to at least invade with one of those armies. Pretty please, I need just 3 more ships. Before the war starts, please. Wait, actually I could maybe start working on some new laws. There's no support for oligarchy, unfortunately, probably because of the industrialists are happy where we are currently. We could get religion school. But no. And health system, of course. Well, private health issues, but that's not helping that much, so... Out of those, I would probably prefer guaranteed liberties, so no point wasting my precious bureaucracy on that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we really want to focus right now when it comes to laws. I could go for property movement, but I think maybe at this point it might be better to just wait a bit and try to go for something a bit better when it comes to this. I mean, overall it's pretty good for China, I suppose. Germans are apparently not doing as hot as I thought. They're getting Brandenburg occupied again. That's not good news. Revolution in Brazil. Well, that's good timing. And I actually have enough ships as well. That's just perfect. Let's go realistically for a close-by naval invasion. There's no one to even try and stop me. Spain didn't even start. They're not even moving them now. Are the Ottomans the only ones actually going? Yeah, the Ottomans are actually the only ones moving their troops to protect the Philippines. Brazil is busy with their own thing. This is not as easy as I would hope it would be. What kind of units do they have? They have skirmishers and line infantry. I mean, still, it's just going to be the first fight. We'll see how it goes. Well, and they are also fighting with almost their entire army, and I'm fighting with like less than half. So that's not ideal as well. Oh, because it's the jungle apparently. And they just have 30. The jungle combat width doesn't apply to them for some reason. And still in the... well, they didn't lose that many people. If they get decent losses, then maybe you could try to wear them down and have better training, but that's not going to be the case, I don't think. Is there anywhere that's not jungle in the Philippines? They're trying to land in northern China, but yeah, that's also not going to happen. What's this? Sure, you guys can like me a bit more. We'll see how the next battle goes. Oh, it's the Korean fleet, that's why they're losing. Maybe I should switch my navy to different orders. No, they are already on interception. Portugal having a revolt. Well, it's rather significant. Yeah, well, they don't have any troops though, so that might be a problem. And yeah, Germany lost again for the third time. At least I think this time they haven't lost anything. At least for now. Oh, those guys are trying to land in Korea now. I mean, honestly, maybe having a front line wouldn't be too bad, because that would ease their support for Philippines. But looks like Korean army is enough to just defend themselves. And yeah, their navies. Well, that's actually their troops. They lost their numbers. Still fighting the fleets, which is a bit annoying. It's delaying my next attempt at naval landing. Giving both sides time to recharge their troops. Though I think my troops are not actually training. So many battles happening in this sea. Well, I don't think that's how UI should be working. But, you know, what can you do? What is this? Siam. Well, I would prefer that didn't happen. Yeah, this one I'm definitely going to support. Siam. And I will just mobilize. I might mobilize even more. Okay, Beijing is fine to get navally invaded. I actually have troops there. Okay, the Spanish Armada is still here. Can we just please end this? I should probably build up some more construction, but honestly, since I need to be building up gold reserves, it's probably better that I don't have to be constantly making sure I'm not going into debt. So being in the positive a fair amount as well is probably good. I'm putting a ton of troops in here. What? Oh, they moved out? And another battle started. That was kind of weird. I always thought that if you're already in the battle, what? You cannot leave it, but that's what seems to be happening. Yeah, the Brits are getting a ton of troops on the front lines here. They got me a bit pants down with what was happening. I guess the AI is being a bit more aggressive in the end, but still there's a ton of lands that no one is... It is 1895, we're almost in the 20th century, and for example, Madagascar is untouched. So yeah, it's not super efficient from the AIs. Still fighting those goddamn navies. Now, again. Yeah, if we could just remove some of those fronts. I think we won with the south at least. Probably should stop doing the improved relations with France. Now that they don't hate me, I will be declaring war on them in the future. I'm pretty sure, so yeah. Still not being able to even attempt another naval landing. Wait, my army's got... wow. I lost a lot of troops in those fights. Actually, not that much. I'm surprised that they are just zeroed down. Ottomans now are having a revolt. Pretty significant one. Yeah, I'm not having a great KD ratio versus the Brits. That's something to bear in mind for the next one. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be saving Siam. Now the Brazilian fleet is here. Can I just at least have an attempt? Which I'm probably going to fail anyways. Yeah, see, they're just inconclusive battles, so it's not sending their fleets all the way back home. Ottoman Empire is forced out, I guess. What is going to happen once the Philippines are out of the war? There's Malaya front. Yeah, those armies aren't doing that great. I probably should have switched to defensive, but at this point it doesn't even matter that much, and that's too much clicking. Yeah, those... I think if they lost those battles, they would be actually forced to go back to their home ports, but because not, they're just hanging around, going for another battle, and just continuing like this the last year or so. Yeah, the Brits got this one, unfortunately. And the sad thing is, I won't be able to give it back to Siam that easily, which is very annoying. Works of Felician Rybinski are being popular in China. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just make raw folks like me less. It's never been a problem. Okay, apparently it's a problem now. So yeah, I'm just gonna... yeah. I'll just wait. We're probably going to lose their power anyways pretty soon. What is going on with those battles in the sea? I mean, maybe if I could have more ships, I could split them in some areas and like prevent them from going into this node, but it seems like something is not really working correctly. Why are those battles ending inconclusively every time? I'm not sure what the mechanical differences are between naval and land warfare exactly, so maybe there's some kind of stats for catching enemies and they might run away. This one is going to... this is also inconclusive. Okay. Now the annoying thing is they're going to be giving me events for more radicals, so ideally I would want to remove them. Probably once I get a possibility to remove this dissident, it's going to be fine. But it's going to be a bit of time. It's an intelligentsia guy as well, so not that many people are going to care. I mean, Brazil is going to... I guess they are losing war support faster because they are having more losses? Kind of. Belgium wants a trade agreement, sure. I can actually get a bit more construction at this point. Southern Anhui is probably going to need some infrastructure, but I'll deal with it eventually. Pump jacks. I don't think there's any oil in my area, so where should I actually get? I guess Beijing is always a good place. Probably doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things. Let's get those construction sectors done quickly. My vassal is in default. Nothing is new. Oh, Tomsk. They have such low population that a bit more mortality for them doesn't really matter. Still not even able to attempt a landing. Is this going to end inconclusively as well? Okay, this one was a victory for once. Not that it actually changed anything, because instantly another battle. This time I think the Spanish were winning. I mean, they are at 0 war support. Okay, let's see where it leads me. Okay, Spain is not going down anymore. Brazil is about 10 weeks away from giving up, so let's see how it goes. Still more construction apparently. Managed to gain the Spanish GDP over the time of this war, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, those guys will need more infrastructure fast. So probably should focus this one. Oh! Misclick. Windows button instead of Alt. Okay, let's get this done. Revolution in Poland, which is actually a revolution in Krakow. Usually not the most interesting thing that happens. Peasants revolt getting support from... well, Ottomans getting support from Persia, Romania, Spain as well. Okay, Brazil is out as well. So now the vast majority of the fleets are just out. Still, I'm not sure if I will be able to even do the landing, so we'll see how relevant is that. Yeah, see, the navy is just sitting around. Is it because there are torpedo boats? Okay, now they're going away, so wait, no, that was just the navy passing by, attempting another landing at Korea, which is probably going to fail. I don't really like, it's not showing me a warning when it's doing a landing on my vassal. Which I understand it's not showing you a warning when it's landing on your ally, let's say. Even though probably it should actually matter. Wait, what? Japan is supporting France against the religious revolt. Okay. And that's probably why the religious revolt... Actually, it's winning. Maybe I added the option for more aggressive AIs. Maybe it means they're more aggressive at joining the diplomatic place, which in the end might having an opposite effect. Still trying to make the landing. More taxation for Qing. It's pretty much free money every time. I think for me shift work is going to have a pretty significant effect because I have so many buildings. And then probably I should go a bit more into military because apparently I'm struggling a bit more than I would want. Just go for trench infantry, I suppose. It should give me a huge bonus. And I think still more construction. This is being solved. Yeah, places where there's a lot of peasants, because there's going to be a lot of construction going on in those places. A lot of revolutions, just all happening at the same time as well. Okay, now Philippines are in default, and I still can't even attempt landing because it's constantly contested because I'm not winning battles. Instead, they're just withdrawing constantly. Their morale is not going down, I guess. Yeah, like here, it's going, and now it's going to end inconclusively, yes. So I still cannot attempt a landing, which is very annoying. Okay, this one was a victory. Still not helping much. What do I need to do to actually attempt this landing? Great Britain is embargoing me. Well, good thing I didn't really have any trade-offs with them. And now this guy is a royalist. Everyone is a royalist in China, apparently. Or a republican, which is not helping as well. Opium addiction. Now there's a problem with opium. Alxa. Okay. Just in one place, I suppose. Yeah, and the Spanish Navy is just not going down, no matter what. What's going on? Yeah, what's going to happen once Philippines... I guess they are at positive capitulation desire, so nothing is going to happen with... once the Philippines get to -100. At least it shouldn't. What are you guys doing against Portugal? Oh, you want Sunda. And it's just your vassals going in. Nah, I don't think I want Portuguese protectorate. Do I need even more navy? Because apparently my one navy is not really doing good enough of a job. It's not getting more ships because it's losing even so slightly troops in naval battles. And maybe it's not even gaining more ships when it's outside of a port. That's also possible. Okay, this should solve some of the problems with infrastructure I had there. If I could, yeah, if I had another navy, I could try to do another landing. Actually, you know what, let's try to reset this and try again. It might work. Oh, by the way, those guys chilled out. So... I'll say I don't need conscriptions. How do I cancel the naval invasion? Okay, here. Let's try with a bigger army as well. In another place. I did manage to get one battle, so maybe this time I will be lucky as well. Those guys don't have full troops, so maybe it was... Actually, the army I was using previously had the best number of troops. The others didn't have enough time to recover, and the enemy navy is here already. This is very annoying. This has really happened to me before. Yeah, but actually it's working much better now. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm not getting the numbers I would prefer. It says the first one. They are at default, so in theory their troops should be absolute garbage. But it looks like they might be winning the first one. So much construction still. Also, should I consider going into steel frame? That's the question. I think maybe not just yet. How many peasants do I have? Barely a dent. that's gonna be a while. There's not much reason to worry about automation when you're Chink, let me tell you. Okay, move all of the construction to the front. Just really want to chew through this construction queue as soon as possible. Another attempted naval landing, and it's not going better despite them being in default. I'm surprised they are having the same numbers. The game gives them the same numbers as I do, despite my naval landing being much more numerous in theory. But yeah, the amount of troops that actually go into battles works in very mysterious ways in this game. I really don't understand how it works. How smaller armies get similar numbers in battles. Okay, it's going to be a better training, which is nice, but not really changing much, I don't think. Yeah, no thank you. Maybe I just need to increase my quality, which trench works should do fine. And then wargaming, definitely. Siege artillery is a bit annoying because you need radios for those, so maybe machine gunners. Don't really need war propaganda because conscripted battalions are not really one of my problems. I think I just need more stuff. More navies, more armies, and so on. And in theory, my navy is actually pretty bad according to the game. So yeah, definitely need more of stuff. Ironclads are apparently a problem. Not really surprising, but yeah, at this point, I guess. Let's just do a white piece, and then this. Maybe I should start coming slowly into steel frame. Let's carefully try it. I think I should have really good amount of glass at least. Well, decent amount. Number one producer at least. But not that. I'm surprised, wait. That's surprising. The very high price of wood, which is a bit of a problem as well, because I cannot get more wood. Oh, there's some oil. Guess might as well build it. Can I import wood from someone? Yeah. I think I can get more ports as well. But I wait, I still have all this queue. A petition, well, can't wait for that. I definitely want to strengthen trade unions. They want poor laws. I mean, honestly, I don't think... I think that's fine. I mean, it's going to be a bit money, but increasing standards of living a little bit as well. Yeah, I think there are some things that are really holding me back. For example, not having any ability to remove the state religion is very annoying. And it's blocking me in several ways. But at least the GDP is going up very quickly. Well, let's just start going from the top, I guess. It's not the most efficient because the state construction efficiency matters for states, so ideally I should be going for states where I'm doing the most construction, but realistically I'm doing construction everywhere, so it doesn't matter that much. Somehow I'm still not lacking any resources, though glass is becoming more and more expensive. Let's see, what am I using as my production method for glass? Well, I could remove some of the porcelain, but I think I am using this porcelain for, well, decently. Let's see what would happen if I went into ceramics. That's, I think, a significant change. Yeah, but then... see, that's why I hate this kind of production method. You have to balance it very awkwardly with changing buildings here and there. Wood is going to be a problem. Tooling workshops still need... Yeah, I can remove the requirement for wood and change it to rubber, but rubber is going to be a problem as well. Okay, now I have enough construction. And I think my capitalists are actually... Well, they still have some investment pool. Oh! There is some more oil. Stall. Yeah, I really don't like this one. I'm surprised I managed to get both Japan and Vietnam into my customs union just like that. And they actually are staying in it. Just sometimes even more difficult. Anyone want a trade agreement? Maybe sometimes that's a good way to make people like you enough to have them join your trade union, customs union. But in this case, I guess it doesn't matter much. Gotta pay attention to my money. Starting to lose it. Oh, Korea paying some good money. Well, not in the grand scheme of my economy, but 12k and worth per month. Not too bad. Portugal showed up, so that was probably what the Dutch Indies War was about. Okay, now getting explosives. Oh yeah, I'm not even on full dynamites. How many dynamites I'm producing now? Might be enough once all of this is finished, actually. Let's try it. All of this is going to be a lot of raw resources, which is very important. Oh yeah, I guess I could get more of this stuff with engines, but I definitely don't have enough engines for that. Oh my god, 17,000. Well, might be close enough once all of this finishes, actually. Maybe. I think the private construction, yeah, they are starting to be unable to carry. But that's fine, actually. I do have money for now. This authoritarian in industrialists is really annoying, because I would love to actually switch to at least oligarchy, but right now they don't want, and landowners also don't want any changes. There's actually no one who would want a change in the voting method. Well, the, how is it called? Distribution of power, right? Well, I guess intelligentsia, but they really don't matter. And trade unions. Are we finished with those guys? Okay, thank you. And rural folk actually are starting to like me. Yeah, as I said, that because all of those penalties were happening at the same time, they went away quite quickly. Yeah, might go actually into just being plus 75 explosives. Yeah, and actually as there's more and more explosives, because I'm buying them now for my construction, it's only 800, so it's probably not going to have much impact on my expenses. And the barracks are starting to be built. This is going to be really quickly as well. So the rest of this queue should go by pretty fast. Okay, those guys are done. Yeah, got a bit stuck in this session, unfortunately. The wars weren't really working out as well as I hoped they would be. And I really needed to increase my numbers. So I could make the Confucian scholars a bit stronger. I don't think there's barely any Sunni. But then again, I don't need additional 20%. 10% is good enough, I think. But the GDP is pretty good. Great Britain doing pretty well for themselves this game. United States, yeah, again stuck around 50k. Germany having a really bad game. Spain in top 10. I'm surprised how well Spain is doing in most of my games. And yeah, pretty good game for Great Britain. Probably mostly because of the annexations. You can see 4% here, 2% here, and 9% in here. That's like 15% of their economy. Not that much, but still as good as, that's more than London, so there's that. Do Republicans care about... Yeah, they only care about government principles. They don't care about actual voting. Yeah, also time to start another fleet. This one, I guess... Maybe I should go for torpedo bows. Maybe that was the problem. Possibly. So I need, I guess, 120 in this fleet, so 50-70 will be good enough, I think. There's actually not that many people in here. And then 70 of those. Let's try torpedo boats. I'm going to regret it when it comes time to upgrade them, but fine. I wonder how much prestige am I missing? Still a fairly significant amount, but if I just change my wages... well, the military wages probably weren't helping. That's a lot of money actually, but maybe I should consider actually improving it. Because increasing wages does mean a slightly better standard of living for all the pops employed by the government. I think the crucial part of the queue is gone. Now it's just army, so that should be going pretty quickly. Yeah, you can see here 14 weeks for 10 pages. Army now is recruiting pretty much everywhere. Alliance, sure, actually why not? Okay, 3 years for this. Yeah, it actually is almost done. It will be a slight problem because I will not have enough bureaucracy, but I can just change production method in some buildings and it should be fine in almost every case. Okay, now just navies. Landowners going into number 3. Unfortunately, trade unions still hanging out very much so below. Yeah, the problem for trade unions that I realized that I was thinking about before is the literacy is quite low in my country, so that's an issue. And also, well, we're still fairly early to get some of the jobs that are more involving, like before we get more machinists and so on. And advance, sure. Could I consider maybe getting some automatic irrigation? The question is, how am I doing on engines? I assume not that great. Actually, no. Though I assume if I did it on opium, yeah, that would be a lot. But that would be a lot of machinists as well. So maybe that's the way to go. Okay, let's try it from the top. I don't care about this. Probably could trade it, why not? What happens if I click this button? It goes all the way to the top, but is not out of stock just yet. That's good. Oh, what's this one? I definitely don't want to give the Brits Punjab. And Russia is in it as well, so with our combined might, they might even stand down. If the goal is rebellate British Raj, that would be... oh man, that I would be super happy with helping. That's exactly what I want to do anyways, so... this guy? No. No. Is everyone in this country a traditionalist or a royalist? Fine, a Republican. Not that it actually is that much better, but it's slightly better. And get some conscripts at least. There might be a lot of troops on this front. Depending on how much people actually mobilize. Sikh Empire is in the bankruptcy. Great start. They are fearful despite having greater numbers in mobilization. Russia is sending their troops. They're not going to be just hanging around. And also I'm making money, despite being, yeah. Let's solve the issues with administration. Yeah, well, not super solved, but decent. Oh, and I'm out of construction. Wow, that happened fast. Let's get some of those. As you can see, there's a pretty significant potential for more taxes in Qing. Just want to be at least somewhat on the positive. Okay, we'll see what happens. If British Raj leaves the British market, things are going to get a bit weird. So definitely want to see that. Number 1 in prestige. That's exactly what I was going for. Might as well actually, you know what, since the construction was done, I'm losing a ton of money though. We'll have to wait for construction anyway. Private sector is unable to carry all of this construction. Yeah, I'm very surprised actually. Yeah, the British army is pretty big for an AI. 700 battalions. I mean, that's way bigger than anyone else. We'll see how they do on actual battlefields. Well, hopefully we're not going to be making any more blunders. The poor visibility seems to be actually a worse result. The Russians at least are doing pretty well in the south. And they're trying to do a naval invasion, but that shouldn't happen. I actually, for the first time since forever, I have a navy that I can actually use to protect my coast. And maybe even think about, well, I could think about naval invasions, but probably not do them. We might win this, despite what the thing here is saying. We do have better numbers. Depends on the next event, I'm pretty sure. How are those called? Battle conditions, okay. Oh, well, we are withdrawing, but you can still win when you're withdrawing. They are exhausted, but just barely seems like we're going to lose. This is another battle in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Brits have, yeah, trench infantry already. This is definitely causing some issues. So now this guy's a theocrat. Can I get someone with actually useful character traits, please? What's the next king? He's a democrat. This is actually kind of what I need, but that doesn't guarantee that he's going to be actually, you know, in charge of his interest group. So that's not necessarily helpful. More opium, but that's just going to happen. Sure, getting them to +10, why not? I need to send some more Chinese to Punjab. Yeah, Russians also don't have trench warfare, which is probably what's causing us the issues with pushing through. Also, I need some more generals here. I'll take this guy and hope he dies quickly. And those guys actually need a level up. Yeah, this landing is not happening. But as long as I'm not pushing... Well, actually, it's pretty mixed when it comes to troops. Both me and Russia are participating. Are we going to be able to slowly grind them up? They are losing troops, perhaps faster than we are, and I am sending 100k reinforcements with conscripts, which means they're going to be getting even more troops over time. I'm not building anything, but that's... I just will gain some money, and that's fine. Some more British fleets coming. Russia is sending their Pacific fleet over here. The unfortunate thing is Britain is losing less war exhaustion than Punjab. Feminism... I mean, actually, I think unlocking feminism unlocks some character traits that would be really useful. So, anything other than traditionalism or royalist or republican for that matter. Not changing much. Yeah, we're not consistently pushing. Brits have just a lot of troops. I guess that means that I need even more. So let's start another army. This one is going to be based for 120 infantry, I suppose. And then 80 artillery. And another navy for that matter. Just so it's starting to build up. So it's 70 to 50. There's no real reason for it to be the same, but I just like it when it is. I am starting to run out of spots for bases. I need one more in outer Manchuria, despite the fact that there's not that many people there. And that's pretty much as big as my fleet is going to be for the time being. Though I can increase the size pretty soon, I think, over here. Yeah. We might not be winning this one either, though. Probably Punjab is not going to be losing its Punjab. Well, it's Sikh Empire, so never mind. Actually, defending my coast feels a bit weird. Doesn't really happen to me in most of my games. But I guess we are not really... If we are losing more troops, then that's pretty much not ideal. And over time they might be able to force us back into Punjab. This is going to get done super quickly. Maybe I should switch to defensive. Probably. Because things are not really working out as is. I'm pretty sure there is a button to change all generals with at once, but I really have no clue where is it. I think it should be somewhere here. Actually, let's do one more scientist check. I can recruit generals, which is cool. I can do it slightly faster. Yeah. Like this. Oh, maybe. Not seeing it. Let me know if you know how to do it faster, then please tell me, because that's I know I saw way back when 1.5 was first released. I saw an option to do it somewhere, but never since then. Yeah, the Brits just have way higher quality at the moment, just causing me issues. Just need to build more stuff and get slightly better tech. Maybe it's time to get some more universities as well, actually, now that I think about it. Up to 10 everywhere? Sure. In some places they're not going to be really valuable because there's not any people there, but at the same time it's good government jobs. It would be, technically speaking, for the sake of getting more technology, it would be more efficient to put them all in, well, not all, up to 51 at one place, so you get maximum throughput bonus. But I just want to make sure every place has enough qualifications. But actually might as well put them to the max at Beijing. So that's a lot of universities, but that should help with tech pretty quickly, and apparently I'm still too much behind for my liking. Yeah, unfortunately the Brits seem to be able to push into Punjab. So again, I'm not able to prevent their colonialism. They are not doing anything to me, but honestly, if they attacked me, they probably could. Though, maybe I could stop their fleets? Probably, but only because AI is really bad at using their fleets. Yeah, those universities will take a while to build, unfortunately. 627 million in GDP. The line is definitely going up, though. In a lot of ways, not as fast as I would want to. We do have a lot of loyalists, so you know what? Let's just increase taxes. I do have... oh wait, never mind. My legitimacy is pretty rough. Let's actually get some good legitimacy. I'm surprised I have so many loyalists with not that great government. Actually, can I get... could get armed forces. I have to try with landowners. No. With petite bourgeoisie. Could that help me in any way? Not really, doesn't seem like it. Wolfolk, probably not. Nope. And then those guys. I mean, maybe I should just go for charity hospitals at this point. I mean, I could change into a republic, but that would mean some votes, and I don't want to just cut off the trade unions. It's just going for full legitimacy at this point. I guess it's fine. Going for max taxes, which means I'm actually making money. And everyone's happy apparently. Oh yeah, because with legitimate government, the opposition parties like you more. And since I don't have money, maybe it's time to focus a bit more on engines. Massively increasing my production of everything that's done in plantations. Still no shortages of engines? I guess I'm just producing that many of them. Sure. Okay, so that was good. Is there anything I'm missing? Better guns. The question is, do I have any oil? I don't think I'm using that much. Sure. But I should be able to produce some of it myself. And now that the price is higher, the production should increase in places that do have some of those buildings. I assume there's just no people being hired there. Yeah. Once there is some demand, it should be going, the price should be going down quickly. And keeping some demand on oil probably is a good thing, I think. Wait, this war is still going on. Yeah, was this switch to defensive? Well, now I'm getting trenched infantry. It's probably too late because I would lose all of my organization. Maybe it's worth it to at least try it. Wait, it doesn't seem to have that much effect. Yeah, this would also demobilize this unit. Is it demobilized? It seems to be fighting. Okay, let's see what happens. Either way, this fight is not going that great. Wait, actually no, we still are holding Punjab. So maybe I shouldn't be going all in just yet. Okay, Russia is out. So I mean, if I can defend myself. Oh, I guess it demobilizes certain units as they are being upgraded. This seems to be a pretty smooth process in the end. And the Brits are on the defensive as well. So I guess I can just use it and switch everyone. Also means I can remove Lancers pretty much. I think I had a better training method as well that I should switch to. Let's see, not yet. I'm going for it right now. Okay, that's good. Yeah, my numbers are going down because the units are being changed into trench infantry, which might not be the best idea. Well, it's 6 that are trying to push while borrowing my units, who are on the defensive. Sure. You know what, let's send those guys in as well. Am I still constructing stuff? Yeah, all the universities are waiting, so that's fine. Okay, so we will be at least able to protect Punjab. Yeah, more tech, more better. I mean, maybe they seem to be... We are actually seem to be pushing. Is it going to be turned around in the end? Okay. It'll be real. It's going to be just like the war against the United States in my previous game, when I was almost certain to give up, and then the United States just went bankrupt, which was a welcome surprise. And here, I'm not exactly sure what happened. It seemed like the Brits were able to push, and then they just stopped, and this gave me time to switch into trench infantry, which still doesn't seem to be doing super well, but maybe good enough. Numbers seem to be increasing for my side more than for theirs. Yeah, though I think once the Brits reach 0 war support, it's going to be a white piece anyway. Restore homesteading is almost out. Let's see, can I get a good agitator, please? Only homesteading. No one to do anything with religion. Yeah, still being unable to push. And Britain is sending in more troops, but that's just not gonna matter once their war support reaches 0. Yeah, they have way higher defense. Which I suppose the mobilization, yeah, I don't have luxury surprise and a few other things, to be honest, as well. Yeah, they're trying to push again. Though on the defense we're doing okay. And it's almost over anyways. Actually, they still don't want a peace. This is some massive offensive, but doesn't seem to be working out that great for them. Though they do have numbers advantage now. So they will be actually pushing, unfortunately. What do you guys want? Yeah, they feel like they have just an advantage. They have to click through all the generals again. Seems like it. The quality of my troops is not up to what I would hope would be. I assume if I was fighting anyone else than Great Britain, I would be doing pretty great, but they have recruited a fair amount of troops. I mean, their GDP is much higher than anyone else's. Okay, they have yeah, 270 million, and everyone else is below 100. France, like, they're the only nation that has overtaken British Raj. France is actually having a decent game. As in, they're ahead of Russia and United States and Germany. For France, that's a decent game. How is my profit sector? Still not doing their job quite as well as I would hope. Yeah, I just need to build up a few more troops, a bit more technology to fight a little better. Landing craft actually would be really nice, yes, thank you. Maybe I should focus to get the radio as well. And this would require me to finish this whole era of production, which would be taking quite a while. That's probably a low priority for the time being. Well, at least we have protected Punjab, so that's something. But I'm not exactly happy with the results. Yeah, with these universities we should be pretty good on tech for the rest of the game. Not that there is that much of it left, to be honest. Unfortunately, the wars with Great Britain haven't been going that great. And there is always the 5-year truce. Maybe I should just go for Dutch East Indies at this point. They have some pretty useless defensive pacts. Yeah, let's try it. Do I just go for Conquer States? Ooh, they like me too much. Okay, so let's start working on reducing that. Maybe start conquering some stuff in the area. I'm actually going for a trade treaty port over here. Great Britain is going against Ethiopia now. Now that's the question. Do I want to join and try to do something against this one? Yeah, the problem is they have direct border, so it will be another fight. And my armies haven't even recovered just yet. Don't think there will be that much difference. I think I will let them have this one. Yeah, what's the Great Britain AI has decent GDP and decent army, so now it's using it very aggressively, which is interesting. Haven't really seen that happen. Looks like it's just all the AIs are feeling so unsure of their numbers that they're not really doing anything with it. Okay, so I guess going for Spain again. Well, it still hasn't been 5 years, wow. Okay, let's do some work on Borneo. And maybe also annex this one. Just because they have, I hate them and their civil wars. They're of course not going to accept. Which is a bit annoying, but it's not like they can stop it in any way. Let's get an army with some decent numbers. Like this one, let's mobilize them. Get those guys a slightly better admiral. And okay. Am I still that low on... Okay, so I'm 50,000 in Navy. Still slightly below the Brits, but not that much. Okay, that was just in time. You guys can actually move south, so it will be slightly less time once the war gets started. I am losing more and more money because of the universities, but that should be fine. Still money that's going to peasants. Almost at 50% peasants, by the way. Automatic machine gun, I think that's what I'm researching. Well, almost. There's some really good bonuses in this part of the tree. think I will continue going for military for the time being, because I really got to do something about that colonialism in this on this earth. Landowners are no longer powerful, but there's still no one who wants to remove the church in any way. It's not like they would even oppose it. Well, now they would oppose it because they are theocrats, but before they didn't even care. There's not. There hasn't been even a movement to. Oh wow, I think most of those are rebellions. Yeah. So it's. I was about to be impressed with how actually aggressive AI is, but never mind. It just revolts, and I have interest. All of Africa is my interest region, so. Oh, I'm still on speech 3. Industries, yeah, they are getting quite powerful. Just please get me someone who's not, who's really into atheism, please. That would be super great. I guess China doesn't get positivism, which would be one way I could solve that issue, but unfortunately not. Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, let's get this done. I don't think they even have an army, so... well, 2 battalions, so... Even if I get the worst kind of distribution, I should be able to deal with this. Is Germany trying again? Well, they are starting over here as last time. We'll see if they go for another... I get tools with rubber, but I don't have any rubber for now in my country, so that's not going to change much. Hopefully I will be changing this with expansion into Indochina. Well, Indonesia. Once I get all of those universities, I guess recruiting more troops would be a good idea as well. It's like one of my main advantages is China actually having decent numbers of troops, well, huge numbers of population, which is growing 3 million per year. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Am I even able to employ? That's if you consider working population. A bit less than 1 million per year that I have to employ. When you think about it like that, that's really hard to actually employ the entirety of China. Yeah, they're slowly going down. Can I kick this guy now? They are still supporting homesteading, which is a bit annoying. Are we done here? Actually, if those places have decent amount of wood, that would be pretty good, I think. Oh, more oil rigs. Apparently there's more oil rigs in China than I knew about. Can we end this piece? Not yet. Even more oil, damn. So, how about now? Okay, so this is done. Let's continue working on Brunei for the time being. Maybe Portugal wouldn't be that bad an idea. I take this, take this in India, so at least I have a land border with Raj. I will probably annex Tibet as well to have more of a land border, and maybe try to release something in Africa as well. Yeah, and then I would just go for a land invasion, the capital. They don't have any alliances. They're in their own market. So this should be fairly easy target. They might even just accept. And that would be fine. And they do accept. Wow. Yeah, the issue is some of those people like me too much. Those guys will not accept. But that's fine as well. This is some big navy. I'm not sure if you're supposed to be using that big navies, to be honest. Maybe not. Are they going to get help from their ally in the region? Then I could invade them as well. No movement to homesteading. Finally disbanded after all those years. Yeah, only Japan is thinking about joining me. Also, I need to pause construction before I go into that. Yeah, it looks like there's no help coming. Maybe something. We'll see how this. As always, the campaign is gaining speed just before the end of the time period. I am surprised that the British AI did manage to surprise me a fair bit this campaign. They're not doing too bad for an AI. Number 2 in GDP per capita as well. I'm still number 77. Yeah, the standard of living is not increasing as much as I would hope as well. But at least there's plenty of loyalists. Literacy is somewhat improving, but if only I could get some better institutions, man. I mean, I could get more law enforcement. But there's not much point when I don't really have that many radicals anyway. And those institutions for me are costly. And yeah, should I just give in and take the charity? If I go for maximum on those institutions, it will be a lot of power to the church, which I don't like either. It's really annoying because there's no one who wants to change the state religion, so you're just 100% dependent on getting a lucky roll on character. How is it? Ideology of one of those characters. Make protectorate in the Baltic. That's something new that the Germans are trying. It's probably not going to help them, but at least I don't think France is going to fight against them in this case, so maybe. Russia might fight against them though, so that actually might not work out. And they do. And they are even offering us, asking for help. And if anything, I would probably rather help Germany, but they don't want my help because for some reason they view me as a rival or something. Yeah, I would actually help them, maybe try to do something against Russia, but if they don't want to, then sure. Yeah, this ideology on industrialists is really unlucky. Bad timing. Oh wait. You know what, I should just change all of those armies into aggressive. This should be the default. Okay. And that's good. I was wondering why it was taking so long. Maybe I will decrease the wages a little bit. Denmark actually backed down, so they became the protectorate, but it really doesn't change anything. I'm surprised Austria-Hungary is having a decent game despite losing Bohemia. I think the GDP per capita is... actually no, it's about my level. Which I think is really bad for a European great power. Secession in Indochina. Oh, I would really love to help in this. I think I will have to try. And maybe not full mobilization, but much fuller than before. A lot more troops, and probably some more mobilization options. Recovery rate doesn't really matter. This increases formation mobilization. I actually have so much opium, probably that would be good. And I think my tobacco production is good as well. I think I will unlock this forced march on the army. Oh, this is the army from the annexed territory. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this is the conscript army. So let's, the 8th army, let's give them mobilization. At least I think that will increase their... but let's see. Oh, it's actually... yeah, so it's not conscripting? I think. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. Like, formation mobilization is irrelevant because you can always, you pretty much always have time to mobilize before a war starts. Okay. Okay. They would agree for a trade agreement. They would accept being a subject, which is a rare thing. And I can't get any war goals on Great Britain, so I guess that would be fine. And yeah, we're going all in. Going with full strength. This time for sure we're going to win. Let's keep one army to reserve. And yeah, let's do another mobilization army. It's not working. Okay, now. This is actually important. I need machine gunners. And actually some cannons for the conscripts as well. ton of generals. And let's see how this works. I still have so many conscripts available, but oh, I forgot to give them mobilizations. Yeah, this is pretty much just good. My organization is going to suffer, but I'm gonna hope it's going to be able to recover. They have the best training method. Not quite. You guys just be removed. Oh, of course, I annexed territory, so I have buildings with different production method. Also, I'm losing a lot of money, which is not entirely surprising. But it might be difficult to avoid going into debt. With such numbers. Not ideal. That's before I even use all of my conscripts. Landed voting. I might have to just go for it, to be honest. Lyoshin, who's that? That's the agitator who immediately gave up after showing up. Instantly. Yes, let him go in this case. Where is all that money going? Yeah, goods for military buildings. Looks like that's more than half of my spending currently. Oh, because I have no ammunition. That's actually a very significant problem. And there's no ammunition in the entire world. I guess I can go into debt once and see what happens. So I really need ammunition, turns out. Still going to be 23 weeks before it's done. Currently, it doesn't seem like the Brits are sending any troops in my direction, so if I'm able to push them out, maybe I will just disband some of my troops. We'll see. I still have, well, 15 weeks more or less. They do have an advantage on paper, the Brits, but not at the front. And Germany is going for another run. They are really trying. Okay. Okay, Devil's Paintbrush. Awesome. Wow, going pretty well so far. Yeah, there's no Brits on the front line. So that's definitely helping. Elevators! And we actually cut them off. They don't have land border, so that's good. Can definitely demobilize some of my troops. This might be going a bit overboard in the mobilization, but well, I am losing a ton of money, so I think I should be at 0 if I stopped construction, but I would also want to solve my issues with ammunition. Oh, this guy retired. This guy is a jingoist. This is actually pretty good because I could get mass conscription. Though versus AI's professional army is also pretty decent because you get higher quality. So I'll think about it, but I definitely can go into oligarchy now, which is just going to be the thing to do next. Still a decent legitimacy. Okay, let's try it and see what happens. Everyone likes me, so unfortunately, because the landowners are in government, the chance for stall is pretty high, and I'm pretty sure there's no way I can create a government. I can just barely create a government without them, and because they are so happy, there's 0% for stall, so that's ideal. Also, the Brits are trying to do a naval landing, but since I'm paying for my fleet anyways, oh, those guys don't have admirals. Mass immigration from Siberia. Nice. Russia sides with Greece in the Bahraini proletariat revolt? Of course, because now it's protectorate and trucial states are free, but Bahrain is the protectorate of Greece. Unfortunately, the landowners joined the movement to preserve autocracy, which is pretty surprising because they do like me a fair amount. I would guess that at +4 they wouldn't be joining movements against me, but apparently I'm wrong. Actually, wait. Yeah, let's see if I... let's let one more week pass, so I at least get all of those munitions spent on. If I pause now... Okay, I'm making very slight amounts of money, so that's good. Yeah, it looks like this time it's going to be a slight victory against the colonialists. You know what, actually I will get those guys to fight those British ships. Can I get someone who's not the landowner? Okay. And let's try to get those guys. Actually, I'm not sure if I would win this one. There's an uprising against France, but that's just yeah, that's irrelevant. It's just removing colonies. Oh, okay, the political movement disbanded. That's great before even the first roll, so I'm not getting any unlucky stalls just yet. And they are raiding me actually. Let's do a bit of an exchange of positions. Once they are done with those fights, which might be a while, let's see if they will be actually free to move. They are? Okay. And they're trying to go for Beijing. Let's activate my third fleet. And quickly. because apparently they're moving in already. You guys go here, and now you guys go here. Well, we seem to be doing okay on the seas, which is good because that opens the possibility of doing naval invasions against the Europeans in the future, which is the quickest way to get them to capitulate in most cases. Yeah, those naval combats are actually quite useful in getting some more deaths, but they have so many troops, probably, yeah, it doesn't have much effect on their war exhaustion. Pretty much irrelevant. War games, that's going to be important. And focusing a bit more on Navy side of things is going to be nice as well. Wait, isn't Scout Cruiser a better destroyer? Escort 3040. Yeah, but it's quicker to get. Huh, I thought the Scout Destroyer was a bit later. Advance, good. Oops, I'm still losing money. I probably can remove this army of conscripts, actually. Yeah. I am doing okay defending myself on the seas, so that's fine. How much am I paying for my navy? A fair amount, though not that much compared to... Although I guess in this menu it's navy and military is the same. Yeah, it should be working out fine. Still, they are actually... Why are they losing so much war support? Radicals and control over war goals. Okay. Got them. They joined preserve autocracy again. They will gain one more point from once they lose the law changes penalty. Could I? I could lower taxes, but that still would be not enough to get more legitimacy. Oh, that's interesting style on that air. Political operator and honorable. I mean, at least decent character attributes, but not ideal. Okay, this should be... Unfortunately, this is occupying me for quite a bit of time and I'm not really gaining much. Oh wow, what's going on here? Germany is dismantling Austria-Hungary. Oh wow. It does look like it's Japan is helping Austria-Hungary, but with Russian support, I'm pretty sure that's gonna just happen. Wow, that's something new and unexpected, but cool. That's what I was hoping that would be happening much more with the more aggressive AI. So I'm happy to see some results. Though, oh wait, the Papal States are super strong. Yeah, other than Great Britain, I haven't seen a really aggressive AI, but this is something, at least. Or maybe, well, Germany trying 4 times to... well, North German Federation trying 4 times to form Germany is an aggressive move, but just maybe not that smart. Red Scar, you know, I would really love to get some communists. Communist Canada showed up. Wait, so which one? There was an event that makes characters with socialist traits more likely to happen, but I don't think it's either of those. You know, I think I'm gonna take this. It's going to be quite annoying to have the landowners like me less, so they're going to be opposing oligarchy. But giving minus 5% interest to all of those groups might give a bit of a boost to the trade unions. Well, it was worth trying. Yeah, but the effect seems to be not that great. Wow, still more admirals. There should be so 9 more weeks. Oh, additional company. It's always something good. Glass is a possible option. %5 more minting. That'll be only 15k or so. This is interesting. I was thinking about getting a glass company, but getting glass and furniture would be decent bonus. Or maybe 5%. Actually, no, that's probably the choice to go for. I will be always getting more steel and... Yep. Maybe it's time to remove one of those, actually. There's not that many mines, especially iron mines, to build. Oh, there's some gold. Might as well take the oil. And logging caps. So actually I might remove the... There's already a company for coal, so actually I might remove both of those. Despite them being pretty decent for throughput as well. But I really want an engines company. What's more expensive currently, coal or iron? They are very similar, but coal has 2 companies. So let's remove one of those. And let's get something for engines. Actually, can I get maybe something specialized? Food industries... not really, nothing interesting. Or maybe this one, minus 10%. Wait, didn't the Chinese have something that... No. Minus 10% military goods cost might not be a bad idea, actually. No, but I need the engines. Maybe if I removed the iron. But then again, there's no guarantee it's going to be always prosperous. So I think it's fine as this. Okay, I think we are going to be ending this. Oh wait, I'm actually... Oh, because they're not protectorate, I'm actually deciding in this piece. Okay, Laos is on the map. And they have a lot of deals. Apparently United States are giving them money, so well, good for them. Can I construct without losing money? I actually can. So let's try doing that for a while. Clearly I didn't have enough munitions, so even just getting them ready for the next war would be good. Yeah, the church is still so powerful. It's the state religion basically. Once that's out I could do something with it, but there's not even anyone who'd think about removing. There's not even possibility to start it anywhere. Okay, the thing is moving up. What's this? They want to increase their autonomy or annex. I mean, I could hop in on this as well. France should be much easier target than the Brits. And they do have sea access, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. I think I will join. Could ask for a war goal. And I think I will ask liberate country Mysore, maybe? That's an easy target for a naval landing. Okay, so I'm in another war instantly. Well, that's probably going to be the theme for the rest of the game, pretty much. They cannot reach. There's no ports here or something? There are ports. Well, the very small one. Usually that would be enough. Skip. I need to pause construction again. I think there are no ports here. There are. So why can't they reach this place? I am a bit confused. I will move one fleet there to be annoying. One fleet here to protect, and one fleet here for the naval landing on India. Our supply routes are punishing my convoys. Just so I don't forget, I will get a few more here. Yeah, apparently I cannot get there. I'm not sure if I'm sending enough troops. But then it would be fairly difficult. Well, I would need to send one more stack to somewhat match the French. And I guess the one more stack will be making their way eventually there. I don't want to be losing money again. So probably I will just keep it at 200 positive. Yeah, we are approaching 1 billion, which is of course to be very expected. That's the minimum. I would really want to see 10 billion by the end of the campaign. And we are getting an obligation from Siam. Can I use it for something? Maybe you guys want to join my customs union or something? No, they're insulationists. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I don't really blame them, to be honest. They haven't really had great experiences with the so-called outside world. Takes a while to move from China to South Africa, huh? Yeah, I probably need some like treaty ports just to move around. Yeah, I won't even make it in time. Of course, they won't be able to push all the way, but still. Red Scare. Can I have the Red Scare, please? Like communists who hate the church? I would absolutely love that. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do naval invasion. What are you guys doing? Oh no, it's showing me those armies are still moving to this front. Okay. So let's start helping out. So what is this? Face of a revolution. I mean, Qing Tomsk is really irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. More naval bases, good. Is there anything I want from the society? Yeah, I need zeppelins. This is irrelevant. Yeah, I should have gotten the zeppelins faster. This actually reducing requirements for bureaucracy would be nice, but not really super important. So might as well go for some more military stuff. At this point, just finishing this era to get into the next one would be probably a good idea. Okay, should be fine to push. Unfortunately, we are losing half the country in the north because I don't have access there, but eventually things should clean this stuff up. Because there's an access through the French territory there. Apparently we did a successful naval invasion. So I'm going to also repeat that against their other land in India. And then those guys can just... maybe they could naval invade France from somewhere in the area. Okay, this is done as well. Now let's continue along the coast. This I'm doing my part. Are we losing? This is all electricity, I think, so not really anything relevant. I could actually start thinking about using some electricity, but wow, the Londons are getting power now once they moved into the opposition. And of course an instant stall. This is actually not a bad result. Actually, they might like me more if I put them in the government, but that still means stall. So might as well keep them where they are. But that would mean also faster rolls. So might as well do this. Doesn't change anything when it comes to stall percentage, but at least the time between the phases will be faster. So this is another victory. Do I want to... Actually, I probably want to try and open a second front. And honestly, it's not working, not looking that great. They actually are going back for some reason. Another question is, where would I like to try the landing? I think freeing the parts of my ally would be more beneficial in the long run, and setting up two fronts might be a problem for the AI, hopefully. Wait, it counts. Where's the capital? Do they have their capital occupied? Yes, they do. So, yeah, good thing I'm landing here. I guess reducing throughput. A new guy in... He's a traditionalist. What? Is it somehow weighted in China that it's more traditionalists and Republicans and royalists? I've seen the same things over and over and over. It seems kind of weird. The French Navy is actually trying to engage, but, well, in theory my numbers are better, but doesn't seem to be... Austria-Hungary wants a defensive pact. Actually, sure, in case Russia... Oh, wait, you guys... Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, you're Austria-Hungary, and there's also a Hungary. Well, still they have 100 battalions. And there's Croatia, which has the same color as Italy. Yeah, looks like I've managed to cause some issues for management for the AI. This is not a great battle. Why are we not... Oh yeah, because it's contested, of course. That's a fair amount of more money from taxation, good. I'm still... yeah, when you look at unrealized taxes, there's still more unrealized taxes in China than I gather, even at this point of the game. Oh, it's switched into two fronts here. It's rather annoying, but I think it's fine. That's pretty good. I actually might send more troops. I'm not sure if they even reach it in time, but let's try it. Are you guys going to land eventually, or...? Yeah, the issue is... yeah, unfortunately my ally is just going to give up. I didn't realize their capital was in the north here. Which was my mistake, I suppose. I just didn't expect it to be there. Since I couldn't get there, so I assumed it was less developed. But apparently they don't have any ports on their capital. Well, any significant... I'm not sure why I couldn't get there. I assume it was ports. But it's not like there's so many here in the south. No thank you. Wait, what's happening here? Oh yeah, now it's a revolt. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, I still might be able to elaborate my sword at least. Sure. Wait, there's French troops in Japan? That's random, a little bit. The first weeps. Yeah, Japan actually went back from free trade to protectionism. Not they did pretty much anything else. I think they changed. I assume they start with serfdom. Where are you guys going? Over here. You guys can slowly start making your way home. Actually, just into a port. Yeah, looks like the French are not even going to try and contest it, so that's good. Radical Cuba. Yeah, the GDP is has grown quite significantly this session. That's one thing, but it's never been really the problem. Okay, looks like they're chill. Hey, my sword. You guys maybe wanna be my protectorate? Because I would love to protect you. They wouldn't even want to join my market. They would accept the defensive part, but I would just help them. I don't need an alliance, luckily. Maybe let's try to go for Philippines number 2. Oh wow. I missed this one. Oh, Italy formed from the Papal States, I guess. Are there actually? No. It's difficult to say. Maybe it was from the Sardinian Primal. And Venetia was spawned by Austro-Hungary collapsing. So the Ottomans might be losing a huge chunks of lands, including Thrace. But the Brits are fighting in Spain? Which is actually not a bad idea, because they might be able to force them out. I guess I can just go and force the Spaniards out and not liberate subject. They might actually just accept it, which would be ideal. So let's hope this is what's gonna happen. Of course not. No. But it's fine. I assume I will do much better than last time. Oh, let's see. I really want to... I think the last thing is going to be adapting oligarchy and seeing what effect it's going to have on my current balance of power. Yeah, but trade unions are just not getting that much. Can I resume? I can. Actually, I'm doing pretty well. Oh, they backed down. Nice. The success of diplomacy. I could get Persia in my sphere. Well, not my sphere, but in my customs union. Might as well go for it. Should really be using all possible opportunities to go as much as possible on the aggressive, because it takes time. The diplomatic incident is just not a thing that goes quickly. And it's not like I have any infamy to care about. I guess those smaller states, it's not like I have to care about things like, you know, mobilizing much army. I'm losing 4% of my money on this, so probably should have built those. Well, I actually still have a huge queue. So it's not like I'm wasting my time with construction. It's just I wasn't able to build much stuff last 2 years because I cannot go into debt. That's China. I really probably I'm giving myself much more than necessary because I haven't read the journals on Wiki. The Boxer Rebellion is just firing. Will it fire? What do I need to do? Because I assume maybe the stamp out monarchism will appear once I start changing my laws, maybe even with oligarchy. But Boxer Rebellion? When is that going to happen? This don't see anything really important. Modern ports. Do I have enough oil for them? I'm not sure. Let's try. Don't have any telephones for now, so that doesn't really matter. Steam trains. That's definitely going to be good. Not sure how much worth it would be. It would increase the prices of steel a bit. Not sure how much transportation is being used, but let's try it. A stall. And it's the one I hate. Yeah, it's so punishing. I have to take just this one. Yeah, I really have no need for automation. Yeah, no need for chainsaws. Just from my conquests. A duel. Let's do duel. I mean, sure, let Admiral died, so that's unfortunate. Not the guy I wanted. I can get more oil, nice. The issue is with all conquests, you have to redo all of those production methods again and again. And it really doesn't even matter that much. Because it's just like one state that's not even that relevant when it comes to my economy as a whole. But it's annoying if you don't do it like this. Yeah, this needs electricity. Actually, it might be even that changing some of this stuff is less efficient because in the state that I annexed, that there might actually be a lack of workers. It is possible. Actually, I'm not sure if I should have done this. Enact Council Republic. I mean, it's an interesting proposition. I would prefer some other stuff first. That's way too much. Can't really afford to use that much oil. Yeah, it's already fairly expensive. Can I import oil from someone? Not really. And also glass is a problem. Yeah, also having a huge queue of production is a problem. Conquer state in North Africa, United States. Wait, those guys are going to make Baden their protectorate, okay. And those guys are going to... The Americans are going for the Berber pirates 100 years after the fact. Well, actually, I guess I could... Austria-Hungary is already supporting them. And Italy. Oh damn. The Mediterranean powers are coming in on them. I mean, at this point I wouldn't be surprised if they actually gave up. Hey, they want a trade agreement, sure. Let's move those guys there for protection. And then the United States are trying to import. I mean, the way it's phrased, I think it means that they are actually sending ammunition to me, if I understand correctly. Ammunition. No, that's okay. That means that they are taking it from me, which is interesting thing to do with someone you're about to fight a war with. Suppose they just want to make a little bit of a stockpile. I'm surprised they're not giving up on it. So maybe let's just send the navy in there. Another stall. I guess I can just tank another setback. It's the Spanish luck again. Okay, we are reaching back into the universities and almost starting on the giant University of Beijing. Okay, at least I can... Okay, they gave up. Yeah, I was very surprised that they were actually considering fighting. Well, am I being that surprised? What is this one? The people like me too much for the socialists to do anything. Yeah, I would like to fail. What do I need to do? Get more radicals, I guess. So conquer stuff, basically. With states with loyalists. Well, I already have max taxes. I can try to do something this way. Make people pissed off. I think socialist might be the only way out of my current problems. I could also... Oh wait, no, I'm still doing oligarchy. Let's try to make people a bit pissed off, while also getting a ton of money. Where's Beijing? Good luck finding something on this list. It's still from already. Am I able to switch just everything into steel frame? I'm probably having massive problems with glass at this point, but yeah, quite massive. That's I can solve it for a bit just by doing this, I think. Now some people want landed voting. Oil! Sure. Yeah, there is some oil. Wonder if it's going to be keep increasing. Okay. So this happened. Let's wait a tick. Well, not many changes in cloud, though legitimacy improved quite massively. Can I not have a government of just industrialists? Yeah, decently. Do I go for landed voting and just say screw it? But that doesn't really help me in any way. Because what's my biggest problem currently is the state religion. But there's just no way to change it. And maybe if I did that, I would be able to proceed on this journal to snap out monarchism. Who would support this? Just random people. I think I will just take the mass conscription and see where I can go next. It's in single player, there's not that much difference to be honest with professional army, but I guess more training will be good with massive war versus Great Britain. Well, do I even need it? Because ideally I would just spam more armies and fight without being stuck. Like if I can win the war early, then I can avoid spending much money on it. More fertilizer. So let's see what happens. Well, we have 3.5k construction, which I assume the private sector is going to just choke very quickly. They're coming in obligation, sure, whatever. And I'm actually using all of that construction pretty much instantly. Hot damn. I guess more engines and more glass will be a priority. I'm getting to the point where places are just being filled with certain kinds of buildings. Okay, this should be good enough. Okay, that's gonna be it for this week. Much less time has passed. We are starting to actually play the anti-colonialism game. Though Great Britain has been pretty surprising in how well they were doing. Though one thing I wonder is, if we break the British Raj out of the British market, what is going to happen? Because, well, it's known that the British market can get a little bit unstable once the British Raj leaves it. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it's possible that their economy is just going to collapse after it, especially since all of those regions are actually not connected to any port. So yeah, that's probably going to be the priority. Do we have still a truce with them? Yes, for next 2 years. Oh wait, those guys weren't annexed in the end. Maybe they white pieced? Or was it all about... yeah, I think it was about annexing them. So I guess a small victory happened. And well, AI is going for another minor in Ethiopia. Okay, things are starting to get pretty interesting, so we'll see then. Final 30 years of the campaign are going to be, well, the most, there's going to be the most happening, which is to be expected with China, though I'm very disappointed in my current law situations. I would really love to get some institutions, but I'm just stuck and there doesn't seem to be any way to go out of it. Also, what the hell is going on with the Boxer Rebellion? I mean, there's no reason for it to start from the historical point of view. There's no foreigners anywhere. Oh. Well, Philippines are using their freedom well, I see. well, could have been worse. Okay, GG guys, and see you in a few days.